What's the first thing that pops up into your mind when you hear this word? Power. Authority. Jurisdiction. Those are some fancy words. Mine was spamming explode all in the chat whenever I get admin in Roblox. If you've been a player in Roblox for a little while now, you've most likely come across these free admin games. In these games, you get commands that you could basically use to your heart's content. There's usually some sort of gimmick before getting the admin powers, but some of them would just give you the admin outright. After that, you'd go through the list of commands, maybe spam some of them in the chat to annoy everyone in the server. It's basically a script kiddie simulator, but you don't have the repercussions of getting your account banned or your computer having a bajillion viruses and trojans injected to it. Out of all the admin games on the platform, there was one that I played a lot of, especially at the time of BRWPOTSM, which is shorthand for before Roblox went public on the stock market. I don't know why, but this era was so magical. We actually had pretty good events, and we didn't have the brain rot that is the Roblox UGC catalog.
You are my sunshine.
After this era, everything basically went downhill, but that's a story for another video. Recently, this game popped back into my mind, and upon searching it up, it kinda surprised me. This almost dead game still manages to pull about 10 plus concurrent players, which is crazy, because there's better admin games on the platform that aren't partially broken. And what is this game that I'm talking about? It's Cole's Admin House. Cole's Admin House is a Roblox free admin game made by AgsPureIM on April 10, 2013. The game hosts the old Cole's admin script made by Coltastrophe, now going by Scripeth, who is currently developing it to this day. Cole's Admin House was one of the first and probably the most influential free admin game on the platform. A little side note here, I probably botched his name.
AgsPureIM.
I've always pronounced this like AgsPureIM. I do not like green eggs and ham, Sam I am. Type shit. Some people pronounce it Agspurium. Those people probably can't read. This game actually has two versions: Cole's Admin House Non-Builders Club and Cole's Admin House Builders Club. I don't know why bro felt the need to segregate the classes a month later, but I think these two are the same game. The only difference is that one of them doesn't have filthy peasants running around the server. I never really knew what went on in the Builders Club version because I was poor. They could be spawning in 1,000 bottles of baby oil in there for all I know. For all of you that don't know what Builders Club is, it's basically premium, but instead of instantly getting all the Robux for the month, you get a little bit every single day. Plus, you get a cool hat based on the tier that you bought. Roblox rebranded it because some people thought that you needed it to be able to make games. Why didn't Roblox just say that you don't need it to make games? I don't know. Cole's Admin House is a very simple game. You spawn in this blue box with kill bricks, and in front of it is a house. Inside that house, there are a bunch of buttons. The green ones are the ones that give you the admin powers, and the purple one, that's the one that removes everyone's admin. Anyone can click this button. Are you seeing the problem here? If you feel like it, you could literally just kill others, click the button, take up all the slots, block the reset button using B tools, and now you're the only one that has power in that server. And if you're feeling extra evil, you could skip the blocking the purple button part and instead just block the spawn completely and watch as the other players in the server repeatedly die to the kill bricks. The only way that this was stopped was if the admin abuser got bored and left, or if a player with permanent admin joined. Yes, you could pay to win in this game, and there's actually two different versions of it. I don't really know the difference between these two, aside from the symbols at the beginning, but I do know that there are always two types of people that have this. You either have the person that protects the server, or the one that admin abuses. There is no in between, and 9 times out of 10, it's the latter. They bought this game pass for a reason. Whenever a server gets both of these people, it's literally like an anime fight scene. They'd spam the hell out of commands on each other until one of them gets annoyed and leaves. And you gotta hope it's the good guy that wins. Because if they don't, all of y'all are getting spammed with explode. That sounds weird. And maybe sprinkle in some bass boosted music in there too. No matter if they're the good or bad one, these guys will always fight the non-perm admin that's currently terrorizing the server. It's still going to be an epic fight nonetheless, but it's more of a Jogo versus Sukuna. You know which one is going to win at the end, but it's still going to be very entertaining to watch. I used to play this game a lot, mainly on mobile, because it was one of the few Roblox games that didn't crash my crusty iPad mini, and I'd mostly play around with the gear command. This command gives you the power to get any gear from the Roblox catalog as long as you have the ID for it, and the lengths I go through to use this command. You see, back then, Roblox Mobile will immediately kick you out of the game if you exit the app, and the only way to get gear codes is by finding it on a browser and copying the gear ID. So before even joining the game, I'd find gears that I would want to play around with and copying them down on the clipboard, or I'd even write them down on a piece of paper so I could enter them while in game. I was literally pre-moving everything before I stepped into the game, and don't get me started on what I do when I play this game on a laptop. With the ability of the coils red, green, and blue, the power to slaughter, explosives, link sword, its variants too, swap, decoy, and other elixirs, I shall imbue total chaos and destruction in this server. Now, ensue. Speaking of commands, there's an extensive list of them. I'll talk about some notable ones. Skydive, get teleported into the sky. Size, you become big or small. Trail, you excrete colors from the back. Invisible. Explode. Force field, you become invincible. Punish, an admin abuser's best friend. Freeze, I'm no cold, I'm just ice. Fling. Jail, an admin abuser's second best friend. Dog, there is no reason for them to remove your character's clothing and make it brown. God, force field but with no blue circle. Fly. Clone, commit mitosis. Speed, you become fast. Building tools. I want to focus on this command for a little bit because it's hands down the best command in this game, even if it didn't work on mobile where I mostly played this. This command gives you building tools, and it was honestly the lifeblood of this game. Yeah, the funny explode and fling commands are the main appeal, but once you've played around with them, it could get very boring really fast. There is something about building in a place of total anarchy that is very magical. You know, there is a chance that your build would absolutely get grief, but the fulfillment that you would get after finishing your build, knowing that you overcame those odds, is so satisfying. This command gave you 3 different building tools to work with, and there were parts next to the spawn box that you could use for your builds. Most of the time, people would just copy the parts to use, but because all the default parts are editable, you could also delete them. And if you were one of those people, I hope your pillow is always warm on both sides. Yeah, I said it, and I would even wish that on my greatest enemy. The servers, most of the time, were pretty chill when people were building. I remember one time I was building a concert stage, and other players ended up helping me with it. It was overall really fun seeing everyone work together when, you know, when we could just be spamming explode and fling on each other. After it was done, we probably played some copyrighted music on boomboxes that got Roblox in the lawsuit that one time. The building tools command wouldn't last very long though. This command was heavily exploited, as seen from the trap box earlier. Exploiters found ways to be able to move immovable parts like the base plate, which is kind of a very important piece of the game. They could also apparently use this to ban players from servers. Due to all these problems, this command was removed, hence removing a very crucial part of the game. Even after this update, exploiters still managed to find ways to remove parts of the map though. You literally cannot stop them. Cole's admin house was already becoming irrelevant during that time due to the Roblox platform changing and newer games being made, and I feel like the removal of B tools merely just solidified its downfall. There is still a way to get these tools back through the gear command, but it's client-sided, meaning that no one could see or be able to be affected by what you're building. So here we are, all gathered here today to remember the Roblox admin game that was Cole's admin house. It had its faults, but the memories we all made in this game is something we should cherish forever.
I remember like ages ago, me and my brother would just kill each other over and over. Rest in power, Cole admin house. Gone too soon, fly high. Amen.
I remember this one time I caged all of the players in this one server. I think I was trying to make some sort of zoo because I used bee tools, and I think I was trying to shape them into an animal of some kind.
I never could jump over those lava blocks. I always had the admin teleport me to the doorway. I'll never forget those days. The good old days.
I'll never forget when I got frozen and was forced to listen to bypassed audios. I'll miss you!
It wasn't the best Roblox admin game, but it was definitely the most fun one. It had its ups and downs, but unfortunately, nothing lasts forever. Roblox got bigger and better games took its place. Nonetheless, it was, and still will be, one of my favorites on the entire platform. And nothing will ever ruin it for me. AgsPureAM is an infamous Roblox player who copied Cole's admin house from the user Coletastrophe now scripteth. Wait, hold on. Who's the source for that? I tried finding it on the wiki and other places online, but I couldn't find any. So I did a little digging in the history of the wiki page. Going to the very first entry, this appears to be made by... There was nothing about copying, but there is a section questioning AgsPureAM's fame. Maybe someone did some further research and added the copying part later. This guy, VitaSpartan, did an edit. Nothing much changed. How about the next one? AgsPureAM is a Roblox player who copied Cole's admin house from the user EagleManEagle. Who the hell is this guy? All I found is this one really old inactive Roblox account made in 2013. This guy barely has anything. Wait, who made this edit? EagleManEagle. Wait, what? Either this is the actual guy who owned the game before and took it upon himself to edit this page, or another likely reason, he's the real fraud. Searching up EagleManEagle instead of EagleManEagle in Roblox, I didn't find the actual account. There's a bunch of accounts that have a similar name. I don't know why some of them are glazing him. The edit that he made actually repeatedly got deleted and re-added a bunch of times. And on September 25, 2015, it was changed to Coletastrophe, which made the copying part really suspicious to me. And there's only one way to confirm it. I was doing some research on Cole's admin house for a video, and I found this wiki about AgsPureAM. I just wanted to know if this is true. No, he didn't steal the game idea from me. I made the public admin system for any developer to use. He just placed it in a default Roblox place at the time and added an obby. He was lucky, at the right place at the right time, and offered to give me all the revenue. I only asked for the Dominus at that time. He gave me 2, and I'm forever glad. Ags is a good guy. Damn! Didn't know he was chill like that. So apparently this EagleManEagle guy was just some random 12-year-old, likely a troll, and his lie of AgsPureAM or AgsPurium copying this game repeatedly got added back to the wiki until it basically became the truth. This game essentially bred toxicity since people are free to do whatever the hell they want, and adding the fact that some of them used scripts made the game hated on the platform. Things have been done to prevent them, but they were more like bandages instead of fixes, and it probably got to the point where the game got too tedious to moderate, so it just has been left alone for years. I don't really know if there's actually some truth behind this, and I am not pulling another equilibrium, so I'm ending the video here before I fall into more rabbit holes. Prepare for slap, and see you in the next one.